On this week's episode, we unpacked the upcoming blockbuster game between Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns.
I mean, how can we forget? We look at the players that Kaizer Chiefs has just got into the team, specifically looking at Langelihle Pili and the impact that is already having for the mighty Amakhosi.
That and more on this week's episode of Centreline, powered by the Hollywood Bets Live Scores app. Saturday brings us a blockbuster fixture as Kaizer Chiefs take on Pretoria Giants Mamelodi Sundowns in what is going to be an electrifying game. Hello and welcome back to Centreline, powered by the Hollywood Bets Live Scores app. My name is Thabani Mhlongo. I will be your host today, and joining me is African football expert Mogale Sathekge.
Thank you so much, Thabani, for welcoming me, man. A lovely, great morning to our awesome and fantastic football lovers.
Yeah, let's get right into it, Mo. Chiefs versus Sundowns on Saturday at FNB Stadium. I just want to start with Sundowns. Looking very shaky at the back. I believe they've conceded something like 5 goals over 2 home games. What is going on at the back at Sundowns?
I mean, there's nothing, I don't think it's a big shift of anything at the back for Mamelodi Sundowns. PSL teams have taken it upon themselves that they have learned the Mamelodi Sundowns style of play, and then they are able now to break that Mamelodi Sundowns one. It has got nothing to do with anything being wrong at Sundowns and everything. PSL teams and coaches, they've sat down 3, 4 seasons or 5 seasons of Sundowns and Pirates going head to head at one another and dominating. Now, the PSL teams have said, no, we want the bait and also we want to run with it. We are going to challenge for this title. And how do we do it? We have to challenge these 2 big giants. We have to focus on Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates and also bringing Chiefs in the picture because they are slowly but surely regaining form also to contest for the Betway Premiership title. So it's not a disaster waiting to happen. It's PSL teams taking it upon themselves to say, the Mamelodi Sundowns wall can be breached. As much as our walls can be breached by Mamelodi Sundowns, we can breach the Mamelodi Sundowns breach. Unless the Mamelodi Sundowns apply new tactics that the teams are not aware of to close the wall down again, then it's going to be a difficult and long season for Mamelodi Sundowns or opponents. But as for how things have been going, teams getting goals against Mamelodi Sundowns, we are looking for a very exciting and hot Betway Premiership this season.
Well, yeah, let's speak on Kaizer Chiefs as well. In the league, they seem to be doing well so far. 5 goals scored, top of the log, 1 goal conceded. Is this Kaizer Chiefs team finally getting their stride back together and maybe, just maybe, going to be competing for the Betway Premiership this season?
I'm going to come back to what I said to you on last week's episode. Fernando de Cruz, even when he's losing, you can see he loses with pride. Where does the pride come from? He plays talented players at Chiefs. You need to play talented players to get results. Don't play players because a player was bought for 40 million and because his name is Banbani. Ice. If he's not performing and giving the team results, he must eat ice and drink a lot of Powerade on the bench and give those that wants to represent the bench and the team a chance. And that's what Fernando Cruz is doing at Kaizer Chiefs. He's introducing a culture to the team that, guys, you will all get a chance. If you don't perform, you will sit on the bench. I realized something. I picked something yesterday, the game that he plays against Sekhukhune, because they won 3-1 last night. I realized something. The lineup changed. If you can figure out, the lineup changed. Munyani didn't start on the right back. Solomon started. And I also think even up front, there was some changes. Villegas was on the bench. They brought in Langelihle Pili to start the game and everything. So that's what you need. You can see that this coach is there to be a problem solver. He's not gonna be someone who's gonna carry on where the previous coaches left with the problems and go further with them. No, he's here to apply solutions. And that's what you need as a coach. You need to be open-minded about replacing the team. All the players raises their hands, and players that are showing that each and every week in, week out, we want to give it our all for the bench. You let those players play because they deserve to be there. Yesterday he did that. He got the results. This is what we want to see from Kaizer Chiefs.
Let's speak on the new signing, Mogale Sathekge. I mean, I mentioned in previous episodes that I was super, super excited about the addition of him into the squad. Wow, the young man has confidence. He's got flair. He's got talent. What are your thoughts? Should we expect a marvelous season ahead for Langelihle?
I mean, when you see players like Langelihle, Velebai, Bartman, Vilagazi starting games at Chiefs now, and Duva, you now become so happy. You don't only become excited about. You might not be a Chiefs supporter. You know, I'm not a Chiefs supporter, but you become so excited about the fruits that we are going to bear from that, looking at the national team. You get my point?
Yeah.
Because these boys are young. When you combine Langelihle, Velebai, Batman, Vilagazi with Rile, Mbogazi, Nkota, Dancing and whoever at Pirates, Selepe, other young players at Mamelodi Sundowns, Lekhaku and them, you can see that. I mean, here I'm just left with Eding Pagamani from TS Galaxy and also Vetboy from the former Cape Town City boy to say Bafana has got the future. Yeah. So we know what Langelihle is going to add at Kaizer Chiefs. And we know what Luke, Bartman and Velebai are going to do for Kaizer Chiefs. This boy needed someone who had faith in them. And I think the Cruise is showing them that, boys, I can see you. I see you. I recognize you. I've spotted you as players that I can believe and rely on you. I can use you. I can win games with you. Chiefs, with these boys and the experienced players like Mabwe, Ndlovu, and a whole mix of players in the middle of the park, Mteto and whatever. Those guys can take it upon themselves that we have young players to make things happen up front. We can protect the defense. We can protect the team. We can protect the goalkeeper. And as long as these boys are getting us results, we have an opportunity to clinch and surprise everyone and clinch the 2026-2027 Betway Premiership title.
Yeah, look, I'll be very excited to see how they will be performing this coming season. But let's speak about Sundowns a bit. The return of Cash Mailula. Back with a bang.
Malshayi goal, Mailula, ubona lit. Yabana Cash. I was so angry. I was so mad at that team in the USA when Mailula was put on the bench, not making it to the matchday squad, and I'm like, oh God, what are these guys doing? I mean, imagine if Mailula, this is so painful. Imagine if Mailula was an option for Hugo Bruce going to the World Cup and to the previous AFCON. Maybe the games that we played against Canada, Mexico, maybe. Just maybe something could have happened if Mailula was there as an option. We must stop being jealous. We know what Cash is capable of. Osazohamba nabo. I'm a defender. Osazohamba nabo. I'm a defender. Was a PSL because that's what Cassius Mailula is famous for. I love that boy. I love his mentality. When he was not playing during pre-season and the previous pre-season, Mailula made sure that he trained on his own on the side and everything so that he can keep his fitness. Sundowns recalled him. He went back home. His heart is at bay. He's happy. How many goals already? 1 or 2 goals already. Cassius Mailula. And this is just the start. I think we all know what Cassius Mailula is capable of, and he's back with a bang.
With a bang. No, always lovely to see the return of players, especially after a not so favorable term. in their careers. I wish him the utmost best in this coming season. But let's speak on Tebza Mokoena picking up the injury against the Polokwane, not included in the fixture against TS Galaxy. Sundowns, are they going to miss Utebs?
I mean, Tebza is a very key factor at Mamelodi Sundowns. But I can say Sundowns have got players. Mkhulise was given a chance. He's doing well. I mean, it's just a matter of believing in someone. You know, when you have faith in something.
But this is what some people would call a key player.
He's a key player. He's a key player. But when he's fatigued, he doesn't become a key player. You will no longer look at him as a key player. And that's how sometimes we as coaches, as that's how as coaches of the PSL, that's how sometimes these guys, they are the ones that opens these bad things towards the players in terms of people commenting bad about the players, because you are out to protect the player or on and off the pitch as a coach. If Tebza is not giving you what you want for 2-3 games, give him some rest. Give him 2 rest of PSL games and say, you know what, you need all the time. You can have all the time you need to recover. Let you recover. Even Al Nassr, they let Cristiano Ronaldo rest. Who are you not to let Mokoena rest for 1 or 2 games so that he can regain form?
It's funny you mentioned that, because it's been a topic in world football as a whole about the overuse of players.
Yes.
The calendars are super
Yes,
packed.
yes.
There's matches in different places as well, because it adds as well the traveling in between games also adds to that fatigue. Do you think clubs and football leaders in general should be looking at those things? Would say, you know what, we need to rest our players. We need to make sure that our players are receiving enough rehabilitation to perform day in, day out.
Yes, especially your key players. You are Mamelodi Sundowns. How many midfielders do you have? Key midfielders. You have Mkhulise. You have Tambazwani. You have Allende, Marcelo Allende. You have Sales. You can play anybody you want there and let Mokoena rest a bit and let him recuperate and gain and go back to his... You want Tebza at his highest peak, not Tebza at an average form or whatever. You want him at his highest form because he can give you results. Pirates now, how many midfielders do they have there? Makaula is not playing. Nduli just played his first game of the season. They bought a guy from Stellenbosch.
Yeah.
He hasn't played a professional game as yet. They bought a couple of young midfielders also at Pirates. Chiefs, they've got new midfielders. There's Mabwe, there's Ndlovu, there's Mutatwa. All these guys can't play at the same time. But as a coach, you can say, you know what? I'm so blessed. Let me look at the style of play. Let me try different combinations, and I would know who to use. Certain players to use during cup competitions. Certain players to use during
League
continental football. Certain players to use during the league. During the league, you can use everyone because you must rotate the squad. There are injuries, there are everything. You rotate the squad. So the solutions are there. I don't understand why should we get subjected to Mbutuma the whole season while Mahopa is there and while Mahopa is there, he's a striker. While you can convert Lungu to a number 9. You have options. Wadu. You have options. Wadu. You have options also. Don't fatigue players. You have options. Wadu.
Let's come back. Let's come back to the game this Saturday, Mo. But I do agree with you. Hey, it's a tragedy that's happening at Pirates currently.
Yes.
The Pirates number 9. But Fernando de Cruz still searching for his starting 11, like you're saying. The starting lineup changed in last night's fixture. You know, certain players that maybe are not currently performing at the level they should be performing at. Over the weekend at the Cup game, I heard a lot of fans complaining about Ungobo. Ungobo's not converting. What are your thoughts, man? He's still searching for that proper starting 11. Huh?
That's the thing. You're searching doesn't mean that you need a first 11 that will play all the tournaments, the cup games and whatever. when you search as a coach, you search for combinations. There's no way that Ngobo became a bad player overnight.
Yeah.
You get my point? He got opportunities. He was supposed to do better. I'm not going to protect him. He's part and parcel of the reason why Chiefs didn't win that game against Golden Arrows. He wasted opportunities. He was dispossessed most of the times when he had the ball. And he didn't go back and mark the ball and everything. That alone kills the momentum of the team.
Yeah.
But you cannot always say, no, this player 1, 2, 3. You as a coach, you need to be there for the player. You need to sit with the player. Find out what are the problems. Find out what are the challenges. Apply solutions. Help this player to regain form and confidence.
Yeah.
And so forth. I mean, even now, after they lost the game, they were talking about the new signing, the guy in the middle of the park. Chiefs fans, they were like, this one, he must be replaced, and we don't put anybody in the field of play. It's fans, the bittersweet that comes with being a soccer player. It's very hard because it's fans. You play, you don't perform up to, or you don't live up to the expectations. They will have something to say. And by the way, we are not here to baby you. You are playing for
a big club. You're playing for Kaizer Chiefs.
Exactly.
You're playing for Orlando Pirates.
Exactly.
You're playing for Mamelodi Sundowns.
Exactly.
I think, at that level,
there are expectations.
There are high expectations.
Yes.
And there are things that you as a professional footballer need to tick.
Yes.
Such as converting open chances.
Yes.
Gee, that's it for this show. Thank you so much, Mo G. I believe this was your last show with us. It's been a pleasure having you here on Centreline. I think all the fans at home are going to be missing you. Obviously, Mo G, we will be staying in touch. And hopefully you'll come back as a guest on an episode, G.
Thank you so much, Thabani, for welcoming me. For the prediction on Saturday, I see this this game is going to have a couple of goals, but I'm hoping we're going to witness a very entertaining and exhilarating game on Saturday between Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs. No straight predictions. May the best team wins. Guys, it's a show me for the last time. It's a show me. It's a show brababa. It's a show me.
And that's it for today's episode of Centreline, powered by the Hollywood Bets Live Scores app. Guys, please, if you haven't already, subscribe, guys. May you subscribe. It really does help with our growth for the page. And until next time on Centreline, it's our Shubi.
Shubrababa.
For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest edition of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or newsagent.